There we, there we, there we, there we go. It's on.
Shalom, family.
Shalom.
Yes.
Oh, you rolled over my toe. Send help. My ring toe.
I'm sorry. Let me get this closer, baby.
Man, y'all, this is just crazy.
Shalom, family.
It's so crazy.
Yes, welcome to the live chat. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. We appreciate all the subscribers or new subscribers. We appreciate everybody tuning in with our lives and watching the video after. So if you're catching this after, thank you. Make sure you like the video, share it with somebody because we're switching it up, right?
Yeah, we're switching it up. How are we switching it up?
Or maybe we didn't.
We didn't switch it
No,
up.
because you always, yeah, we switched it up, but yeah.
Did we? I don't know how we switched it up.
No.
But yeah.
It is a lot of things switching up in this world. So go ahead.
First of all, I just want to say how thankful I am that we are in Africa. Can I just say that? Because there is surely a layer of protection over Africa when we have these world superpowers, i.e., China, America, Russia, France, Great Britain, the heavy players from World Wars One and Two. And so these heavy players, if y'all know anything about the Cold War, I remember studying it in school. And so it was like the nuclear arms race of, oh my gosh, who can have the most nukes? And so what we're seeing is the conclusion to that, where Russia is like, look, let's heat this thing up. Let's go past building weapons. We are going to knock at your door and look at you and just watch you here.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's real.
We've been trying to warn
reality.
y'all.
So all praises to the Most High that, He put our family in this position that we're in right now. So it's just a blessing to be here. As you guys know, I'm pretty sure you guys know, we always try to get people to come to Africa because we've been living it for 4 years and it's been great.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
It's been amazing. So all praises to the Most High, all honor, all glory, all praises to Him, first and foremost. But yeah, make sure you like the video when you enter the chat, guys. And yeah, we got some articles to read, or she got some articles to read.
Yeah, so if y'all don't know the news, do y'all know the news? Who is in the Caribbean right now? Like, do y'all know the news? Share, yes, you can cancel the members only at any time. It's on a month by month basis, $7. But y'all, do y'all know the news? Russia's their naval ship fleet is doing drills in the Caribbean. And guess what? America says, it's not a threat. It's okay. They're just sitting there right next to us. There's nothing to worry about. It's a naval base right there that they're initiating so that they can target the US's top countries in the East Coast. According to this video I saw in the East Coast at any given time, and it would just take like 15 minutes. But it's just an inconvenience. It's not a big deal. What do you think? Like, if somebody was outside your door right now and they had guns pointed to the house, would that
or just
be
walking
inconvenient?
Right? That would be something else. I wouldn't sleep.
That would be inconvenient. Yeah. That would be
somebody just walking around with some guns. Oh, the gun's not loaded. Trust me. I don't have to show you, but it's not loaded. Just trust me on that. The guns is not loaded.
Y'all, we're not trying to laugh, but this is how can I put it? Because there's two parts to it. It's the foolishness of America, but it's also the judgment of the Most High, where He's like, yeah, I'm going to make your leaders completely confused. There's not going to be any way out of this. And so, I mean, I can't imagine living in like Florida right now and knowing that, like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
close. But
let
me read this article just so we can all be on the same stage, y'all, on the same page.
Yeah, make sure you like the video, guys. Oh, we got a member in here. Hallelujah. They said
hey, Russia members only, Harvetta. Yeah. They said Russia can destroy the East Coast in 12 minutes. Yeah, I was watching those videos and I'm like, this is very concerning. Meanwhile, Biden and the White House, they're like, oh, it's just a nuance. It's just a little bit
I don't
inconvenient.
have time for this war. I gotta be president next.
I think they're going to be in the bunkers. That's why they're not
Yeah.
worried. They clearly don't care about the American people, but when have they ever? But white Americans are now seeing the same thing that black Americans have been seeing for decades, how treacherous and evil the American system is. And so now all those things, everybody turned a blind eye when it was black folks, right? Everybody turned a blind eye. Everybody was like, oh, they're just complaining. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let us know your comments and stuff, questions and stuff. But we're about to read the article.
So, 3 Russian naval vessels and nuclear powered submarines are expected to arrive in Havana, Cuba, this week to conduct joint sea and air exercises with Cuba and Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that part, Venezuela. The last time Russia took part in such experiences in the Caribbean in 2019, its Navy had more ships and a better reputation. It had yet to face global sanctions and airspace restrictions due to its invasion of Ukraine. It had also not yet lost a third of its Black Sea fleet to Kyiv's imaginative and capable asymmetric attacks, which have allowed Ukraine to disable and sink numerous Russian vessels despite possessing limited naval capabilities. And so, this blog that is actually written by James Bosworth for the WPR World Politics Review is very interesting. It takes place in the Caribbean, it was written in the Caribbean. And so, they're saying, there's 7 days, 7 to 6 days left, and Russia is going to be right there in Cuba. They're chilling, them and the Venezuelans. They're like, let's just practice because it's always good. It's like sports, right? Just practice to see how quick you can just annihilate people off the face of the earth, I guess. But it's one of those things where it's like the judgment of the Most High. Like, how can you interrupt it, knowing everything that America has done to the chosen people, to the indigenous people, right? Y'all forgot the American settlers when they were fresh off the boat from Great Britain, with the blankets full of not chicken pox, it was something pox.
Smallpox.
Smallpox, yes. Full of smallpox, like, oh, here, look, let's be friends. And deceit and treachery and death was in their heart.
That's right in the history books in school. It's crazy.
Yeah. And today, the indigenous populations just survive off the reservations. And then you have our people, we're like, well, we're indigenous to the land, so we stand forever to fight Russia. We'll go ahead, have at it. We're not doing that. And we'll be very clear and tell you, that is not my battle. Nope. Absolutely not.
Nope. It's not our battle. Like, really. The Most High, but this is good. Somebody asked this question. Go ahead, read it.
Are us blacks in USA supposed to be with Africa? 100,000%. Like, do Africa really look up to Black Americans? Oh, 100%.
I mean, I would say that, but I would just say that question is like, it's different. Like, the only thing you should be looking up to is the Most High, especially coming, like, leaving your homeland, like America. That's the only thing you should be looking up to, because if you look up to the Most High, He's going to take care of you. Like, you shouldn't like worry about if people are going to look up to you in a certain way or look down on you in a certain way. You really just got to focus on the Most High.
Yeah, at some point you got to stop caring what people think. But I mean, even with that, the contrast between us living in America and living in Africa, just walking down the street, interacting with African people is 100,000 times better than just interacting with Black Americans in America. Then you add on top of that the racist white folks. Child, you don't even realize how stressed you are in America until you leave and come to a place like Africa and see how people are literally just living life and enjoying it. They're not stressed out. They're not taking all these anxiety medications. They're not losing their minds.
Yes.
There's not murders happening everywhere, school shootings every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Because people don't do that here. Humans don't do that.
Exactly. Go ahead, super chat.
Thank you so much, Cecil Smith.
Thank you. Asante. Shalom, family. Welcome.
Yeah, we have to debunk the lies. And guess what? Africa knows what's going on, which is something that makes me so happy, just from the standpoint of when we wanted to originally leave America back in like 2015, 2016, and we were like planning and stuff like that, low key. But seeing that our African people are waking up and they see what's going on, so don't think that everyone around the world is like, "Yay, America!" Most people in the world are like, "Yeah, it's time for America to get
Yeah,
her
I saw
her
somebody
due
said
her dues."
every empire lasts 250 years, and America is at 248. So the next couple of years,
You got 2 years.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. Only the Most High knows, but it's looking like you got a couple years. A couple years, you got to be out of there.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
really.
I would do it sooner than that. I would do it like by January 2025. I wouldn't even play around with the election because it's just foolish. It's crazy to think that you're sitting in a country where these type of things are taking place, but America says they're the strongest nation. I will say that it is probably good that Biden is in office because he's not hot headed. Because if somebody hot headed is in office and starts striking at Russia, Russia's going to strike back. Better believe it. And it's not just going to be them that strikes back. It's going to be China. It's going to be Iran. It's going to be North Korea and
Hmm.
evidently Venezuela and Cuba. So America has all these enemies now, secret enemies.
It's been enemies. They just been silent.
Oh, they've been silent.
Um,
They're waiting for the right time.
yeah, really. And like you was talking about how Africans is waking up, and it's more of the Most High's, like it's the spirit is waking up. His spirit is waking up in his people.
Yeah,
So yes, everybody's getting tired of what's been happening for the past hundreds of years,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they're pointing the finger at the person that's been doing it.
yeah.
So it's really just going in reverse. Like if you really think about it, it's just going in reverse,
Yep.
and his spirit is waking up.
America has to reap what she sowed. And as Americans, we can say this from a stance of it doesn't matter where I'm from, where I was born, I'm going to be on the side that the Most High is on. So
Yeah.
when he says in Revelations
Which
that
side you
Babylon
on?
will fall in an hour because she had the slave, she had the gold, she had the jewels, she had all these things in her, and she had every perverse spirit within her. And so it
Hmm.
only makes sense that you would be like, okay, that makes sense. I may be from America, but hey, the Most High's truth must go forth and his judgment must reign supreme because
Hmm.
America has been a very treacherous and basically insane place.
Yeah, insane. It's just going in a circle. History repeats itself. Like really.
And if that wasn't enough, you have the LGBT folks. That
Yeah.
right there tells you if you
That's more
just believe in humanity in
exactly.
any capacity and have just enough sense to understand that a man and woman should be together.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes, Sodom and Gomorrah, modern day.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat, let us know if you know what Sodom and Gomorrah is. Let us know. Because if you do, that's what America's looking like right now.
It's already there.
And all is it's about to rain down. Everything's about to rain down on
Oh,
America.
gosh.
So you gotta be careful in these last days, man. These last days.
They said Putin shows no fear. Absolutely, because you also got to consider it from the standpoint Americans are horrible at empathy. Let's just be honest. America cannot see how Russia feels when Ukraine was their territory before these world wars, right? America doesn't have any empathy about that. They don't have any empathy looking at China, how China was a part, Taiwan was a part of China. They don't have any empathy. Oh, why are we supporting a genocide to these indigenous people in the
Mm.
Middle East? With more white supremacists, Kanazi, and by the way, one of the words in Ashkenazi is Nazi. And so you have all of these various wickednesses happening with this specific community. And it's like, so how long y'all gonna keep this up? That's the question. These are the questions that are going through these
Mhm.
nations' minds: North Korea, China, Russia, and some of these other countries in the Middle East. They're like, also in Africa, people are like, how long are they going to keep this up? Because by the way, America sanctions Africa as well. So Africans aren't happy. So that's why you see in
Mhm.
Niger, in Senegal, in Mali, Burkina Faso, all of these US embassies, French embassies, they're getting out. It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
Yep.
And it's not the day for America to be rising.
Mm-mm. Like really, man. We keep saying it time after time. Like I'm pretty sure you guys know me. I don't like to talk much. That's just what it is. We say it time after time. It's a new day.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
It's a new day.
And it's
So you
looking
gotta
good for
choose.
Africa.
Choose wisely. Choose what the Most High would choose.
Yeah. It's like, man, if y'all can't see it by now, but some of the folks, they'd be like, that's fear mongering, it's everything's all good. And it's like, no, it's not all good. They're just lying to you because they want you to stay there to be a modern day wage slave, because they know if you leave, then they don't have any more modern day wage slaves. Hence why they have all of these immigrations happening within America. They're just pulling people in. They're like, we need somebody to fight for us.
Yep.
They're not going to do the fight, right? They're going to be in the bunker chilling, watching TV with some popcorn.
Right.
Ha ha ha.
Really?
We're putting black people on the front lines again.
And the migrants that just came over, that's what it is.
America will
you gotta think
continue
about
to do
that.
this to the last
They will
straw.
they will butter you up
That's white folks.
and be like, hey, but I gave you $6,000 a month to take care of your family. You have to fight for us.
You have to die for me.
Yeah.
No, I do not. Well, I don't know what planet y'all was on. Y'all on the wrong planet. Y'all
That's what
talking
it
to the
is.
wrong generation.
That's what it is. Like, let us know how you guys feel in the comments, family. Make sure you like the video also.
Yeah, would y'all sacrifice yourselves for America?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Just tell us if you would sacrifice yourself for America. Just let us know. Say, yes, I would. No, I wouldn't sacrifice. I'm just curious, because
that's a good question. I want to know too. Would you sacrifice yourself for America?
For Capitol Hill, is that what it's called?
Let us know. Just say yes or no.
Just put yourself on the front line. Cody said yeah.
Cody said yeah.
Hey,
that's
your answer.
That's the first answer? Oh, okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
no, I would not.
No, I will not.
Ooh, y'all was scaring us with those. And we was like, right oh, okay. We was like, well, we gotta log off the live. That's the end of that. Like, y'all can't be serious.
Nah, nope.
And I think the interesting part of all of this is that even white Americans, some of the wise ones, who also will not sacrifice themselves for America, are moving to Spain, moving to Portugal, moving to France, moving to these other areas. Like, this ain't really adding up. I will not fight for America, because who's really American? They're not American either. They're European. They heading back to Europe, right? The real Americans are the indigenous Native Americans. Okay? Look, he said, hell no. I know that's right, Asade. Hell no.
Off the grid. You gotta be like that. You gotta be off the grid. Really no connections. And really Africa is like that in a way.
Yeah.
There's plenty of areas here that's like that.
Right.
But in America, you will really have to be off the grid. You have to live off the land.
Have to be hidden in the secret place for real.
Really secret place, hidden.
When these videos coming out talking about, all right, well, we can destroy the East Coast in 15 minutes. Watching from China, I've always studied the Western systems. Whenever I even consider moving there, my spirit wouldn't agree. I'm okay here until I move back to Africa, Kenyan here. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the spirit of wisdom.
Yeah.
We still got a spirit of wisdom
understanding,
amongst our African
wisdom,
people.
discernment, like
Kenyan.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
The time is now. And the Most High, he's not he's doing stuff intentionally. Like literally. Like we got our keys, and that was something.
Yeah, he's so intentional.
That was something. So you really got to choose. You got to choose this day. You got to choose this day. What you gonna do?
Ooh, who you gonna serve? Because the country you're in service to.
I know the Bible gives Caesar what Caesar's, but
taxes. Yeah, that's it. I'll give you some taxes.
You can't just be stuck. That's where people's gonna be headed. Is stuck.
Ooh, and we can't help you when that happens, y'all. Like when war touches America, which it will, you can already see that that's gonna happen. When that happens, nobody can help you except Yah. Okay? So you gonna have to really know his spirit. It won't be, okay, let me just hop on this plane. When bombs are coming down, it's not, let me hop on this plane. Look at Gaza right now, what America's doing. And so as Americans, are we too prideful to say, if that's happening in Gaza because of what America is sending to the Middle East, won't America have to reap what she's sowing? Or do we not believe that principle in the Bible? I don't know. Maybe people don't really believe the Bible and those principles. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a crazy world.
People don't really,
People
especially in
really don't
America,
believe.
people don't
Yeah.
believe it.
So
When you got those satanic statues up, right?
yeah, like literally,
And the
as
men, women,
information, they come out with it and say the Statue of Liberty is Satan, basically.
and a transvestite.
Man, it's just
Back in
so
the
crazy.
1800s.
All this truth, all this knowledge and truth is out.
Oh gosh.
And yeah, I'm done talking.
Yeah, it's like what do you say when you see obvious, and the Most High is so patient. He's like, I'm just gonna keep showing you this is happening, more breadcrumbs. So you say, look, this is happening. Now, if y'all were watching our channel 6 months ago, you might have been like, oh, well, Russia will never do that. Everything's always gonna be good in America. The dollar's up. The dollar's never gonna crash. Yeah, except Saudi Arabia did not renew their contract with the U.S., so the petrodollar is no longer the petrodollar; it's the dollar,
Hold
the
on.
tree paper dollar.
Somebody says $20 a gallon of gasoline.
Dang.
Is that true? It's
Where are you
$20
at?
a gallon? I want to know. Please let us know if that's true. Per God, yeah, I read that right. Yep.
If it's not already true, it will be true because the dollar is going to crash. But that doesn't mean it's going to disappear off the face of the earth. The dollar's still going
Yeah.
to be there. But if you are living in America with the US dollar, you're going to be paying $50 for a loaf of bread. Okay?
Really.
$5,000 for a one bedroom
It's really
apartment.
just like the charts, though. From my standpoint, because I analyze charts and stuff.
Trading.
Yeah. So when a trade is about to break out, just say a trade is about to break out all the way up, it's gonna shoot up. It's gonna be moving down first. Like that. That's what it does, and that's basically what all the charts is doing.
Right now,
Like the U.S. is still trying to be strong.
it's going to try
It's
to
trying to
this
be
last
strong,
leg.
and it's dropping. But like against, yeah, it's going to break out. It's going to be a big breakout, and people really have to understand what's going on.
So, what would you tell people that are hearing this? Let's say they're coming across this video for the first time. What would you tell people who are like, okay, so what do I do with this? If they really want to leave, if they're serious, what should they be doing in the next 90 days?
But sign up for that. Pay attention. I don't know. I don't know. People don't be listening, so I be getting tired of people.
You tired of
But really, well, my first thing, make sure you got your passport.
Yeah.
I always say that. Just get your passport. You never know what can happen. If you have your passport, and they might can send you on a free flight if you got your passport. But what if you're not prepared in that way?
Right. For
They
people to
come and
bust
say,
you.
"Hey, if you got a passport, come on," and then you don't got a passport. That's gonna suck.
That's foolish.
That's very
Straight
foolish.
up.
You gotta have a little type of oil. You gotta have a little type of oil. You gotta have a little type of wisdom. So passport for sure. Make sure you get your passport. Make sure you pay it, like, I don't know, pay attention to the signs of what's going on. Just like news coverage like Russia, and pay it don't pay attention to all the distractions, but don't pay attention to it. Know the distractions are there, and the more and more and more distractions, that means something's big's about to happen, or they're doing something behind the scenes. So you have to be aware of the distractions. You don't have to be so in tune with the distractions, but just know, like, why is it so much stuff going on right now? So yeah, that's what I have to say. What you got to
Yeah.
say? I don't.
Take it to the Most High and ask Him for clarity. And then you need to be saving, even if you have $5, save $2 of it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you want to make a big dinner, right? Don't do a big dinner. Do rice and beans.
Just
Start
rice.
living like locals. Like people outside of America don't live like Americans, but we as Americans, we're like, I want bacon, eggs, a croissant, jelly, a pancake. I want all this for breakfast, and if I can't have it, then I must be broke. No. Get you a boiled egg and make some chapati, okay? Make some flatbread and be happy. And drink some tea and juice and call it a day. Then eat some rice and beans for lunch and dinner so that you can save. If you're not willing to do this, if you don't have the self control to do this, if you're someone who does not already have self-control. You're already at a deficit, to be honest. So you want to exercise your saving muscle. Yes, neighbor G, become a minimalist. Exactly. Minimalism is everything. We talk to so many people that are like, oh, I want to ship everything over to Africa. And we always tell people, don't do that.
I mean, do what you do, but don't do that.
Don't do that. One, you're going to waste your money. Two, you're supposed to be leaving to start a new life. You're not supposed to be like, okay, I'm going to transfer my American life and transfer it in Africa and then everything. And these are the same people that usually end up going back to America because people are so wasteful that it's very sad, honestly. It's so sad how wasteful Americans are when you see how resourceful Africans are.
Yeah.
Like looking at how Africans live and they will save and build their house and have no debt, and Americans are suffering in America because of foolishness and the lack of knowledge and self-control.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Straight up. Hey Dina, members only. She says so true.
Yeah, shalom. Yeah.
Non-flatbread tomato sauce and onions, facts, some pasta. Get creative. Like, but don't just, be just spending money frivolously. Okay? Don't do that. Just save it.
Save it.
Invest in gold, silver.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. Like, cause that's another thing you gotta think about too. When our U.S. dollar really like crash, what's like we said it the last video. What's the Most High's precious Jews like? What did the Most High give to earth?
Right.
It's the like Jews, like diamonds, gold,
Rubies,
rubies.
gold.
You get what I'm saying? So you have to invest in that because it's just coming back to that.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
coming back to that.
Yep. And people, when you're in Africa, there's already a bit of a barter system that exists, although Americans who have never left America don't like to admit this. But if you can perceive wisdom in any way and just let go of American patriotic pride for like 20 seconds,
Mhm.
just to understand that people across the world barter, people across the world are very much more peaceful than Americans. And so your livelihood alone of just being alive in times of war, it goes up dramatically. Versus when you're in America, here's everything that was against us in America. The cost of living, obviously with hyperinflation,
Man.
violence, the hormonal food that has all of the cancer ingredients in it, the LGBT plus whatever people because we don't believe in that lifestyle. And the school system, that's, against your children as well. Whether you choose a white school, the issue is going to be racism for your child. If you choose a black school, the issue is going to be the abominable culture that is Black America today. What else do we have?
The self-hate.
The self-hate.
Yeah, like you really suffering behind closed doors, but you don't want to admit it. And healthcare, just us killing each other. That's another thing. Just that pride. And it's Pride Month. It's Pride Month. Think about that. You really got to think about that. So if you're feeling prideful this month, you better because I like for me, I think like that. Okay, they're telling us it's Pride Month for the people, right? For the the LLCs, whatever the people, LGBTs. Right? Yeah. It's Pride Month for them, but what if the Most High is trying to tell people, hey, this is the month, you kind of got to work on your pride. Don't be so prideful.
And you see what the Most High thinks of that pride. Russia announced, they said, we'll be there in 7 days.
I think it's like 6 days now.
Yeah, it's probably 6 days now. Like, wow. And y'all, just so y'all know, in Africa, the culture is totally opposite of America. For those who always say, well, everywhere is like America. Actually, everywhere is the exact opposite of America. But I'm going to tell you why. When we came to Africa, when we went to Tanzania, and we went to this hotel that was in a small town. And on the postcard of the hotel, they had, if you are an LGBT person, you will not be allowed in this hotel. Do you understand that Africa does not even tolerate that on any level, and that America has been sanctioning countries like Uganda for not allowing LGBTs and Ghana?
Yeah, they will. If you got to hide in the mountains, literally, like if you one of those people,
gay people, yeah,
like for real, we saw it. We saw it.
They don't play.
But yes, If you die in Africa, they will beat you.
They like beat you
They will
maybe
beat
to
you.
death.
They try to beat the demon out you.
That's how Africa is, y'all. Like, so don't be thinking you about to come over here on some old Western craziness.
Like
Like
for real.
the people that have the most success in Africa are those who can live a biblical lifestyle straight up. And that's it just is what it is. Those who can abide by those tenets. Because when you're in Africa, you're coming to a continent that has the most Bible believers on the face of the planet.
Even though they might not know it, but they live it.
They live it.
It's brought down from ancestors and stuff. Um,
Yeah,
they really just live it.
they live it. Even before they found out the new white man's Bible, right?
Yeah,
They still had it. They
because
have it in the villages
it's the Most High Spirit. It's the Most High Spirit.
because they weren't stolen from the land. They still have all of that culture, all of those tenets ingrained in them.
Yeah.
And so it's
Make,
best if you can submit to those principles and humble yourself and understand, okay, let me learn from them. Instead of trying to teach Africa everything you think Africa needs to know, think, okay, how can I learn from my African people, my cousins?
yeah, make sure
What
you
can they teach me? And then what can I also give of value to them?
yeah, make sure you like the video, family. We got 100 and less than 50 likes.
Oh man,
Um,
108 views and 50 likes. Oh wow.
but yeah, just
Thanks for
like
the
you was
likes,
saying,
guys.
uh, so we have a driver that we pretty much only use, and then he was telling me that his mom really appreciate us because like we're paying him, but he's bringing money back home. So she's like, "Hey, we need to invite your whole family over to, and I'll cook dinner for you guys." Like it's like that here, and I'm like, "You sure? We got a big family, we got toddlers running around, crawling around. You sure?" They're like, "Yeah, no problem. It's no problem at all." So it's really like that here.
Yeah.
And then me
Yeah.
just feeding the knowledge that I have to him, and he's showing his family
Yeah.
to try to boost their income and stuff. They really appreciate stuff like this. So don't ever think that you come over here and you don't have anything to do. Just being you, just the knowledge that the Most High bless you with is going to be a blessing to a long term connection.
Yeah.
Like really,
And connections are everything in Africa.
yeah, and it's
Everything.
everything.
Don't come here trying to make enemies and tell people, dictate what people should do. Be humble. And if you are someone that believes in the Bible, don't try to tell people how they need to believe in the Bible. That's also a spirit of self righteousness, which is pride. Humble yourself, be humble, and get to a level where you can communicate with people and just talk to people and get some trust face to face and actually just care about humanity face to face. And then maybe you can have conversations and to discern if it's the right time to talk to them about certain things. Or also to be aware that maybe you don't know everything. Maybe you just did. Any human ever think about that? Anybody that, does anybody understand? Maybe you just don't know everything like you think you do. Now, people in Africa, they think like that. Even people in
Hmm.
Asia that we've met and come across, they think like that. There's a certain level of humility that you do not see in the Western world, especially America, because it's this just puffed up of being the number one. We're the strongest, greatest, red, white, and blue, Capitol Hill, woohoo.
Really.
Like for what? Why? Why are we saying the strongest and greatest at what? Annihilating humans?
Really, just
Chattel slavery?
just look at history. That's
Genocide?
all you have to do is look at the history of America, and they teach us right in our face. So we have to accept it. So you don't have to accept it, but you know, going to school and stuff, learning about the 1930s and inventions and stuff, and they really brainwashed us.
So bad. They're good at that. They're number one
Yeah,
at that, brainwashing
you
and
really got to think about
propaganda.
that. You can't really trust anything they say.
Mm.
But now you have to trust what they say because they probably telling the truth, or they is telling the truth now.
It's so confusing.
Yeah, it's
It's
confusing.
so confusing. Man, so confusing. But yeah, y'all, that's the whole essence of this video. There's never been a better time to leave America.
Let's go through
Think
some of
about
these
if you've been
comments.
watching this for a year, 6 months, or maybe 4 months, and you're like, I think at some point America's going to get better, but you can see as the days go by, there's new events happening where it just doesn't get better. So your action steps, if I were you guys, I would invest in gold and silver. I would start saving.
You put that link in there?
I would 100% make sure I hear from the Most High and get to a secret, quiet place where you're not surrounded by a lot of people that are in your ear, like, "Don't leave America. It's the best country on earth." Okay, don't be around those people. Don't be around people that confuse you. When you get to Africa, also be discerning about who you're around, because you have people that just wherever they go on planet Earth, they will be confused and they will function basically as a walking tornado. Avoid people like this in these last days, because it's not time to play around. In times of war, you don't have time to play around with people that don't have clarity and oneness of mind.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go through these questions, but if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. We're gonna go through the chat now.
Just food and a couple of outfits to wear. That's minimalism.
Mhm.
Facts. The era of Pan Americana is over. Facts, the East Africanist. Oh, Pan Americanism. I love that term.
That's deep. That's deep. Asade, that's deep. I didn't catch that.
Pride comes before destruction. That's
Go
the
ahead.
scriptures.
Don't make it
That's
mess,
a
bro.
law right there. That's a universal law. Pride comes before destruction. I'm just glad to witness the fall of Babylon. I'm thankful too, honestly, because just knowing everything our ancestors have gone through, it's like, wow, finally the recompense is happening. And we're alive to see it. The Most High chose our generation to see it, and to be alive for it is like, wow, this is good. Let's praise the Most High and let's keep it moving. Let's see where He wants us to be in the earth. Let's see what positions He wants us to get in. Because
Exactly.
America is not the end all be all. America is just like any other kingdom of the earth, and it will pass away sooner than later. Watching this family is so therapeutic from African perspective. Your being here fills the void that was left behind by the slave trade and colonialism. Oh my gosh, I need to like screenshot that and put that on my wall. That comment is so loving. Thank you, family. I love that. Man, I love Putin. He really a fighter and a leader. Bye bye, NATO. We ain't forget what they did to Libya. Look, y'all, the folks ain't forget. The world did not forget. America at this rate has more adversaries than allies.
Exactly.
And so this is your prime time as an American to be looking at your passport like, okay, how can I diversify this a little? How can I learn another language? How can I raise my children somewhere else that's not in America? Because look, y'all see these comments. The folks are woke. I had an Avita stock at 300 and was about to buy more, but I sold it. It's over 1K, and I was going to put 5K. Oh wow, yeah, Navita's been going crazy.
Yeah, that's a new thing. That's gonna be a new big thing.
Neighbor G said, "Do not take the colonizer mindset." Yeah, bury that, crucify that thing, kill it. Why do folks want to have a colonizer mindset when you were the ones that were colonized and chattel slavery and raped? That's dysfunction. That's mental disease. Connection and handshake agreement is intrinsic, part of African culture, and not contract and lawyer like in Western countries. Exactly. Exactly. Question: while in Africa, can y'all see what's going on in Sudan? We can't see nothing in America. We don't really see it.
Yeah, we might have to. We gotta do some research about that.
I think maybe TikTok might have it if we type in like what's going on in Sudan on TikTok to get info from people who are on the ground. Dina said, "Move in silence." 100%.
We definitely agree with that.
How do jobs work out there? Jobs are far and few out here. Bring an entrepreneurial spirit. Now, that isn't to say that you can't get a job, especially if you're a teacher. Teachers tend to do very well with finding jobs in Africa. But the issue you'll see is that you may not be used to living on a smaller income level. So that's something to think about. But definitely carry a spirit of entrepreneurship more so.
Oh, Canada.
Canada, showing love from Canada. Hey, family, how's Canada right now?
Yeah, is it cold?
I went to Canada when I was 3 to see Niagara Falls. What about marketing? Is it good in Africa? 100%. That's what we do. We own a marketing agency. It's 100% good anywhere in the world, because anywhere that there are humans there will be businesses, and anywhere there are businesses, there's a need for marketing because marketing is the life, the bloodline of a business. Without
Mm-hmm.
marketing, businesses don't really have clients. So they're just hobbies without marketing. So yeah, that's excellent. 100%, especially in areas like Ghana, Kenya, South Africa. Those are hot spots. Even Rwanda, honestly. Canada dollar might be better than US dollar. It could be. Probably so. Any other questions before we get off this live? We just had to come on and just like get some, just tell y'all reality. Like, I don't know if people in America are too afraid of reality. Can anyone leave a comment down below and just be honest and let me know if you're afraid of reality and that's why everyone's like, I'm gonna stay and fight? Like, is everyone afraid of reality? It's okay to say you're afraid. You can confess that to the Most High, and then He'll show you how to move. But when you just put up this prideful exterior of like, I'm going to stay in America forever, even though your ancestors were brought here, there on slave ships, then
Mm-hmm.
how does that work? Move to Africa with entrepreneurial mindset. Canada is nice. The weather is kind of chilly. They cousins, they both will fall. Trust me, I live here. The struggle. How does Chicago look from where you are? Oh man. Yeah, y'all. That look. Save your resources. And once you save enough of your resources, and don't think that you need to move here with $50,000 to $100,000, okay? It's completely not necessary. When we left America, we left with $6,000 and we were entrepreneurs and we had money coming in on a monthly basis.
Yeah, that's the most important thing is to have money coming in on a monthly basis. I'll say we're a family of what, 7?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure a family of 1 or 2 or
3, 4,
3,
yeah.
4, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 a month.
That's it. That's all
That's
you
it.
need.
That's more than enough.
That for real, you can save so much and get ready to invest in property because throughout Africa you have different citizenship opportunities that are available. Benin, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Botswana, Kenya, South Africa, Seychelles, Mauritius. You
They
have so many different ones available.
that's yeah, they're setting everything up.
Nigeria.
Oh, somebody he said that's a serious question. How does Chicago look from where you are? I don't know. We can't
I
see
can't see
Chicago.
Chicago. Chicago is broken. I say out west, we done. Chicago, I've never been to Chicago in my life.
Yeah, only passed through.
Yeah, I always wondered about it because from being from Ohio, we would just hear that Chicago was so ghetto and just like so horrible, and so we just never went. I never went. What do you think about CBDC? I think it's the new world order of things. My concern as a caterer and a chef culinary educator, I teach English as a foreign language. How does that translate to my move? Sonia and Sebastian's adventures. That's a great question. I love that you asked that. I'd love to break that down real quick.
Hmm.
So, as a caterer and a chef and an educator, I
I
would
think
merge
that's perfect.
being a chef and an educator together. Now, you're probably like, okay, how do you do that? You go on YouTube and you start making videos about your culinary life and what you're cooking, your experiences, what you've taught. Then you have a portfolio. When you come to Africa, you show people this portfolio and say, hey, I do this X, Y, and Z. And you just say it nonchalantly. Don't take the like
Try to like
westernized approach to
it.
business.
Yeah.
Just be like a regular person and just try and meet people and they're like, oh, what are you doing? You just tell them about, what you do as a culinary educator and that you have these recipes, just whatever it is that you do. And you're positioning it in a way that you're showing them the value in what you provide. And so then they're going to be like, oh, you know what? I have a connection at this hotel.
Yeah. Well, there's weddings next all the week. Go to the halls. What's the halls called?
Conference centers,
Conference centers,
the
halls.
event venues.
Yeah, the
They're
event halls.
everywhere in
Everywhere,
Africa.
and they love to do stuff.
Our people love to
They
party.
love to do stuff.
They be
Like
looking
every
for
weekend,
any
there's something to
excuse.
do. So especially if you got a good menu, You know that man, you be booked out. I
You'll
can
be
really see
booked
that.
out if you use the right business acumen, because we have seen African Americans come
But it
that
was
were
too small.
culinary
Yeah,
people, but they were thinking too small. If you're gonna do business, and if you're gonna do business in general, business, think big. Don't think like 9 to 5 little stuff like that. Think big,
you
outside of the
gotta
box.
and business nowadays. You business is money has to come in your pocket. Like it has to come in your pocket. So if you can monetize your skill and talent, just like you said, and have that money come in your pocket without having to, rent a place or before
Right.
that. So grind it out until you can build a rental hall or something.
Yeah.
And then,
That's
people
wise, right?
people
That's
coming to
wisdom.
you to be like, hey, this place there, they cook, they do the events and everything. Yeah, yeah, man, they getting free game.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Y'all
Build
getting
little
free
by
game.
little. Don't take out no loans and do no stuff like that, okay? Build little by little, like you just said, and record the process. Have fun while you're doing it. Show your passion. And then if you want to still do English as a foreign language, you can do that on the side. But I would take the culinary approach more so,
Yeah.
because that's going to be more long term lucrative. That's going to lead to pathways for long term citizenship, long term residence. That's going to be more beneficial for you than I believe teaching English will.
Hmm.
Teaching English puts you in the position of I'm on a work permit teaching English in this country versus I'm an investor with an idea, or I'm a digital nomad that does this online, right? Think like that. That's the
Hmm.
thought you want to have
Exactly.
about doing business in Africa. But that was a good question. We like questions like that. If anyone else wants to ask a question like that, go on ahead. That's what we're passionate about. We love talking about business and creativity,
I'm trying to help and
marketing,
trying to be like,
video
oh, this
marketing.
and that. Yeah, no, you need to do this and that. But you
Yeah, we're
gotta listen.
strategists, so
Yeah.
that's what we do.
Mm,
She can teach online. ESOL online is a good supplemental. Facts. That's good for supplementing.
Shalom, family. Make sure you like the video also,
Shalom,
guys.
members only. CA VAC, HVAC, CA HVAC. Can we bring plants to Africa? Seeds? No, it's illegal.
No, yeah, they would, man. People, we heard so many people bring so much seeds and suitcases, then they gotta throw it away. Yeah, I
Careful
don't
with
do that.
drones. Careful with seeds. Obviously, please don't try to bring weapons. You
Yeah,
know, just use like basic understanding. But I know some people being in America haven't traveled a lot, so I understand the question. How do you know people don't have the funds to leave? It's almost being laughed at from you guys because we're here. All Americans have the funds to leave. I'll tell you that for a fact, because we've been up and down in the villages in Africa where they do not even use money to survive. And so when we hear Americans say that they don't have the funds to leave, that's obsolete. 100%. Because we've seen African people in villages survive and thrive off of living off the land. And Americans say, well, I can't even save 20% of my paycheck.
yeah. That's what Africa
That's
taught
silly.
us to be like. Just learn how to be little and survive off little,
Yeah.
and
Africa's
everything is
taught
gonna
us a
be all
lot.
right. Yeah,
Africa's the best teacher, one of the best teachers. The Most High is the best teacher. But Africa, like, Africa teaches you the origin land. Like, this is how you're supposed to live as a human. This is what this is supposed to look like. And that's where the mindset and the brainwashing is so bad in the West, where we're like, there's no way I can save even though I get paid $4,000 a month. Like, really? I think there's some way you can save. I think you can call Columbia Gas or whoever your gas company, your water bill company. I think you can call the electric company. I think you can sort it out. I think you could probably rice and beans every day for a month and you would see some savings. I think that you could stop buying coffee every day. I think you could stop buying so many children's toys. I think there's a lot of different ways to save, so many clothes. There's a lot of different ways, but Americans are like the king and queens of victimhood mentality. And so when you're one of those people that is the king and queen of victimhood mentality and you have zero solutions but 5,000 problems, you're going to have to sit down with yourself and write it down on a sheet of paper and say, if I have all of these problems, there has to be at least three solutions, if you got 10 problems. There has to be. This is where mindset matters so much. But we used to be in that mindset too, okay? When we were young, before we moved to Africa, very early in our relationship, my granny was telling me, she was like, save money. I'm like, there's no possible way to save money. And she's like, save money. And I'm like, no, it's not possible. I can't save money. And she's literally just like, Tim, save money.
Spell it out with me.
And I'm like, what is she talking about? Save money. That's the mindset that they allow us to grow up with in America.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
But Granny was right. Save money. That's the solution. Save your resources. Cut something out. Whatever you're spending, you know what you're spending on. Cut something out. Get a sheet of paper and write down everything you're spending on. Cut some things out today.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Right now.
Because you ain't got time to lose.
Right
Cut
now.
some
You
stuff
don't.
out.
Right now.
Facts, the black dollar goes far. A majority of our people spend it on bull. Right. Because we have our sisters.
You gotta be careful.
We have our sisters up here. You know, we got these $500 blonde wigs. And it's like, guys, spend $500 to $1,000 per month on the beauty salon. And they were like, well, I have no money. You do have money. You don't spend money correctly. You have money. You just don't spend it well. You don't save it. You're not using wisdom. Just repent and go to the Most High and say, you know what? I'm pretty foolish with it. We've done that. Look, just tell the Most High straight up. Look, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where my money's going. Can you help me? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Just be honest with yourself and be honest with him. Then he's going to give you the increase. Like, okay, since you want to be a wise steward of the resources now, instead of all this crazy spending that we do in America. Because it's really insane.
There you go. Can you guys see and hear us? I think our Wi-Fi just jumped or something.
Oh wow, man, you just don't know. I got a gambling problem and lost everything last year. Get that spirit off you. That's a spirit. You gotta go repent to the Most High. That's a spiritual issue that you're gonna have to deal with the Most High. That's a stronghold.
Yeah.
I'm getting traveling goods. Got the passport and bags packed and a bit of money. Yes, Sherry. Okay. Bantu Lisa Journey is pleading with y'all to save your lives. They shouldn't have to, but I say again, too many are afraid and rather deal with Babylon. Exactly, Bantu Lisa. Exactly.
Just don't be afraid. Don't let fear control you or lead you.
And be wise. Have authority. Saving doesn't help unless you have it in a vehicle that causes it to work for you. High yield savings account, IUL's investment, money sitting in regular savings account is useless. That's still saving though. If you have an IUL, if you have a high yield savings account, that's all still savings. Mm-hmm. Saving helps if you don't have nothing. So if you go into, let's say, July with $20 and you manage to save 10 of that to carry on to August, September, and October, and you continue to save, that does help. And then you can be able to put that in gold or in a high yield savings. If it's somebody that, you know, they're not familiar with that terminology yet, somebody that's new to financial literacy. Mm-hmm. Shalom, Journey Home. Lovely seeing you all again.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. You have the ability. Start little by little. Start with what you can manage to do right now. Don't get overwhelmed. Just do it.
Just do it. Give us 1 like so we can have 100 likes.
Just do it because
just do it. 1 like.
You gotta start somewhere. Y'all gonna have to figure out something. They got 10 vape shops around the corner from each other. America is broken. Facts. How? Oh, that's a good. How much money do Black Americans spend on vapes and cigarettes and stuff, but have no money? All these things, all these drugs and stuff, all this stuff, but say I have no money. You do have money. You don't spend it wisely, right? And if you don't got money, you at least got time to go to the library and read some books on financial literacy.
Time is very valuable. Time is very valuable. It's more than money.
Time is your best asset. Don't waste it. So you must ask, why would you want to spend your most valued asset in America in a 9 to 5?
Say it again.
Why would you want to spend your most valuable asset in America at a 9 to 5?
What's the most valuable asset?
Your time.
Don't look at me. Tell them.
Your time is your most valuable asset. That's hands down.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they want to steal it from you. They got you up there working 40, 60 hours a week. That used to be us. Used to be there doing
Getting that
what they call it
overtime.
over. I was about to say overshift.
That overshift. We getting that overshift.
That
I'm sorry.
overtime used to be excited to work 60, 80 hours a
Yeah.
week.
Like, look,
Woohoo!
I'm gonna work 18 hours. Okay, I'm gonna go in, do 18 hours this day, and then the next day. Yeah.
Celebrating and killing ourselves. That is horrible. Y'all, we used to live that life too. We understand. Working 18-hour shifts. Woohoo! That's not good. That's not something. And meanwhile, in Africa and Asia, people don't live like that. They look at you like you're crazy if you tell them that you work in 60 hours a week. They'd be like, why? And then you tell them, well, I need to have food. Then they're going to look up at the coconut and banana trees and say, we got food here.
But you said time is the most valuable asset, right? And Africa is what? What time?
Oh, they don't see time as a valuable asset.
No, but it's just like it's it's slow. People just slow here, so they value it, but they
In
don't
a different
in a
way.
different
They
way,
value it from a different mindset.
and it helps though.
Yeah.
It helps.
It's interesting. It's like two extremes.
Yeah.
Two extremes on the spectrum. One that's like, let me just throw all my time away to the white man. Then the other is like, let me just sit here. Not
Yeah.
all the time, but some people,
Yeah.
because
Like, hey, I gotta go to work. I'm gonna be like an hour late. It's all right. Come on, calm down. I'm here. Just relax.
right, 2, 3 hours late, it's
Yeah.
okay.
I got a
Everything's
meeting with
good.
people. I'm like 15, 20 minutes late. Yeah, I'm here. It's okay. Calm down. That's how
Look,
it is here now.
there is a time for all things under the sun. Ecclesiastes,
Exactly.
King Solomon, there is a time for all things. There's a time to be busy. There's a time to have rest. There's a time for all those things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where did we stop?
Right there.
Here?
Clubs, designer out to eat, bad habits, all equal money. Rent alone in the US can do more moves here. Y'all just know the Most High plan and understand the land. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Michelle Jatoya Jackson. I've only ever worked in retail and having a clue what online business to create or what to start because you do not come to Africa without having an online business. Well, that's your answer right there. Your retail sales experience is systems and strategy for small
Exactly.
businesses.
Yep.
That's a highly in demand skill right there. But because we're used to being in America and we think, oh, retail is the bottom of the line, retail is the top of the line when you come to Africa because they need the systems and strategies that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, what were you good at on your job? What systems and strategies did you put in place?
And customer service, all of it.
Yeah. Put it in a presentation, start sharing it. Help out small businesses in your city right now. The first 3 do for free to get a testimonial. Then you can start charging for your services and form a company.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather rent when I get there, maybe find an online job. Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all on it. Don't work hard for your money. Yeah. We be telling y'all we work 20 hours per week at the maximum,
Mm-hmm.
at the very maximum. They don't worship time. Facts. They don't. Thank you. Yeah, y'all are welcome. Y'all teaching me some stuff.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. To share the knowledge. In my grandfather's house, he had this picture, and it's so interesting that I look back on it now and I know what it meant, but he never took the time to like tell us what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
But with pictures, you're like silently being not indoctrinated, but you're silently being taught something. So the picture on the wall is this black man, and he's putting his hand.
Yeah.
You seen that picture?
Yeah.
He's putting his hand down, picking up another black man,
Mm-hmm.
like reaching back out for his community.
Exactly.
And so I grew up seeing that picture all the time. So I think that's just something that's like subconscious. How do you connect once you sign up as a member? You'll automatically get access to the members only videos. They'll show on the timeline is it called the timeline? That's on Instagram. They'll show on the feed as members only.
Yeah.
Hi,
Did
Gigi. Are
that
you
video
awake?
upload?
Yeah, our latest members only video uploaded.
Well, check that out.
Check that out.
Mhm.
But yeah, y'all, I think that's all for right now because I want to make some spaghetti and record a few videos for some stuff we have to do. What do you think? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. You see, that's
That's
it.
that's
That's it.
all.
G's away. You say hi, G? No.
You sleepy, Gigi? No.
Yep.
So y'all, that is it. We'll see y'all the next
Yes.
time. Share this, like it.
Thanks for tuning in, family. Always seek peace, protect your mind, protect your lives, and just move to Africa.
Yeah, just move to Africa. It
Just
ain't
move
too
to
hard.
Africa.
Just move to
The Most
Africa.
High will take care of you no matter what. If you're being obedient and diligent and wise and have discernment, He's going to be taking care of you good.
Yep.
So protect your peace because it's still going to get crazy. By the end of the week, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something
We
else.
said that last week.
Yeah, we keep saying it. Um,
Mm.
Time is valuable, guys. Move in silence. Don't say too much. And yeah,
Yeah.
just get on it. Just be on it.
Yeah. That's scripture. Have one counselor out of 1,000. That's it. All right,
Yes.
y'all.
Shalom, guys.
Shalom, shalom. Don't forget to share.